I'm here to show you Pravala's seamless handover technology, which allows running applications to switch between networks without any impact. So if you're on a VoIP call, that call is going to continue on the new network without any disruption. And all that technology is built into our Ace Plus client. So I'm going to open that client up here, and this is a Samsung smartphone. Right now we've got it connected over both Wi-Fi and LTE. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the voice traffic module that we've built into this app, and this just is a VoIP package that rather than listening for audio glitches during a handoff, we're going to look for those glitches visually by staring at these graphs here. So I'm going to start the call, and once that call connects, what we'll expect to see is a pretty constant simulation rate. Again, we're not trying to use the full capacity of the network, rather we're trying to send VoIP data at a constant rate. We'd expect to see pretty low latency, that's what we want for our calls, low variation or jitter, and then the final thing is we want low packet loss down here at the bottom, because that's going to affect our call quality. And while all this happens, on the left side of your screen, we're graphing the actual receive and transmit rate of the phone. You'll see Wi-Fi in blue and mobile in yellow. And right now we're totally on Wi-Fi. And we're seeing a pretty constant simulation throughput, and then pretty low latency, variation, and loss. But let's see what happens when we turn off the Wi-Fi radio. Now with a normal application, and without Ace Plus running, we would actually see this call terminate because it can no longer connect over Wi-Fi. But we'll see what happens when we do it with Ace Plus running. So I turn off Wi-Fi. And as you can see on the graph on your left, we see an almost immediate pickup on the mobile network of that call. We see a slight drop in the throughput during that switch, but again, that's very brief. We see an overall increase in latency, but again, it's still a pretty low level, and that's simply because LTE here has more latency than our Wi-Fi. We see a slight bit of loss when that happens, and that's the peak you see drifting across the screen here. But again, the call goes back to normal almost immediately. The width of that peak is very, very small in a matter of milliseconds, and we're completely switched over to mobile without any impact to that call. So that's Pravala's seamless handover technology as it runs. And again, you can try this today with any application, not just VoIP, but with video conferencing or web browsing, and you're going to see that same benefit with every application running on the phone.